That's a song I don't do very often. It only really comes out on special occasions, but I can't think of a more special occasion than this to do this particular song. But before I do it, I just, if you would be kind enough to indulge me, I was going to sort of share a few memories of Henry with you. I first met him in late 1968, I think, or early 1969. I was just getting started in the business, and he was one of my real musical heroes. And that's what it makes it all the more extraordinary, thinking about it, why he decided to sort of let me be his friend. Because when I think of myself back in those days, looking back at myself now, I was really, quite a bit of a dimwit back then. I mean, harmless, but no doubt about it, kind of a bit of a stupid youth. I was convinced that I knew it all. That's not unusual in someone 19, 20 years old, of course. I was convinced I knew it all and I was going places, but the reality of it was that I didn't know anything and I wasn't going anywhere. But despite that, despite my high opinion of my meagre talents, I did have heroes, and Henry McCulloch was definitely one of them. Not only was he featured on the great Joe Cocker, the Grease Man records, which I loved so much and still do, but he'd been at Woodstock, the other Woodstock, of course. The only Irishman I happened to be at Woodstock, who knows. But if that wasn't enough, of course, as part of Heir Apparent, who were a fantastic band in their own right, he'd done 2 long tours of the United States, opening the show for the Jimi Hendrix Experience. I mean, that's better than Jimi Hendrix, in my opinion. Jimi Hendrix is pretty good. Jimi Hendrix Experience is sensational. Anyway, I thought it was really something. And but right away, because he was so nice to me, he led me astray right away. Because I thought that's how it was always going to be. Whenever I met any of my musical heroes, they were all going to be nice and friendly and helpful. How wrong I was about that, I can tell you. But anyway, everyone knows that Henry was quite a handful. Could be quite a handful, but I'm going to skirt over, any mischief or mayhem that we got into. He was very good at getting you into mischief and mayhem. But you learn to either, take advantage of it or to give it a swerve, But over the years, I was lucky enough to be able to take advantage of his fantastic knowledge of music and different kinds of music, the kind of music that I really wanted to know about, things like blues and country and gospel and folk and even sort of show music and how it worked in pop. And no offence, folks, but looking out at the crowd, I can see so quite a lot of people who remember quite clearly what it was like when computers weren't around. If you wanted to know anything about music back in those days, it was very difficult. You had to really dig around. The best way was to find somebody who knew what they were talking about, who didn't mind sharing it with you and giving you a bit of a hand. And Henry was one of those people. I can count on one hand the people I've been lucky enough to meet who have taken the trouble to tell me a thing or two, put me straight about stuff. And Henry was definitely one of them. Anyway, I'll try and get to the point now. When we sort of lost touch with each other in the 1980s, I think for no other reason than both of us were experiencing a few troubled waters in our personal and professional lives. We had trying to keep our heads down and get on with it and get through it. And then sometime in the 1990s, mid to to do a show here in the park. I don't know which park it was. It was quite a big show, I remember. A lot of big acts on. And to my surprise and delight, Henry came to see me with Josie, his wife, and we had a fantastic evening. You know, really, I mean, it wasn't like a real bend down, you know, anything like that. But we had a few drinks and a really great visit, and a few a lot of laughs. And then right at the end of the night, he was just about to get his plate on, so to speak. He pulled out of his pocket this cassette, and he said, "Here's a couple of songs I've written. I want you to take a listen to this, and if you like either of them, or both of them, indeed, do what you will with them." Well, I listened to this, and I waited actually, and I listened to this cassette, and they were both good songs. One of them in particular really jumped out at me. I thought, man, this is a really fantastic thing, and I was very moved, you know, that he'd decided to let me have this thing. You know, it wasn't just a filler, you know, some little piece of nonsense he knocked up that morning. You know, this was something really good. And so I recorded it, of course, made a nice recording of it, actually. It's a pretty good one, you know, one of my favourites. And I'm going to do it right now. Now, I could have done this song about 9 times during the time it's taken me to tell you all this. Because it's only short, you know, so if you're expecting some sort of massive prog rock kind of piece, you understand. It's only a short song. And the last thing I will say is that some people, you know, might question the wisdom of doing a song like this in this lovely church. I would disagree with you, respectfully disagree with you, because I think that just underneath the surface of what the song looks like it's saying, I think just underneath the surface is something completely different. A beautiful, soulful, and simple message. And I hope I can do this song justice. If anyone doesn't like it, you can take it up with Henry. Good luck with that. Anyway, the song's called Fail Christian. I'm a failed Christian. I don't go to church. I smoke and I drink and I lie and I curse. It never got to me, your sermon and all. You talked and talked about nothing at all. I'm a failed Christian. I got 2 recollections, taking a collection, and tears when the choir sang in harmony. It scared me half to death. I swore as I lived, with an inside pocket full of change and memory. I'm a failed Christian. Failed Christian, failed Christian. I'm a failed Christian. I've got my own church. I pray with my soul to this great universe. All over the world, the blood's on their hands. Religious instruction I can't understand. Failed Christian, failed Christian. I'm gonna meet my maker, a firm believer of spirit in music. There's a prayer and a song. I'm a faithful Christian, and if I'm going under, then you're coming with me. That much I can tell, faithful Christian. Faithful Christian now. Faithful Christian. Faithful Christian. I'm a faithful Christian. I don't go to church. I smoke